Hey YouTube family, it's Sarah, Less of Sarah. It's Tuesday, so it's video time. This week I thought I would talk about fitness and talk about the 5K that I did on the weekend, talk about how my fitness routine is going to be changing, what my fitness goals are right now, and a whole bunch of that stuff. And then kind of an NSV, kind of an SV, but I'll get to that. But I wanted to share something that happened today. Totally not fitness related, but just thought it was really cool and didn't want to forget by Friday. And I probably won't have the photos actually anyway. But I had to get a new passport photo today. So I thought I would show you guys the difference between my old passport photo and my new one. So the old photo is from 5 years ago. I wasn't at my highest then. I was probably 60 to 70 pounds lighter than my highest weight. So maybe around 390 or 400, somewhere around there. And I'm going to show you guys... here you go. So that's me 5 years ago versus today. Let's move this down so you can see a little better the comparison. Crazy, right? Weird. I mean, I think that's actually for a passport photo, a pretty good photo, but it's one of those things. I don't think it looks like me. I think I look really weird in the photo. I don't know. It's the old not recognizing yourself thing. I don't think I look like either of those people right now. Old me or new me. So that's still a work in progress, and I'm still working on that. I'm still working on identifying the new person that I see in the mirror. I think it's getting better. But as I get into a weight that I haven't seen in many, many years, yeah, it gets a bit harder. I'm not used to this face yet, or this body, but the face especially. So I just thought that was interesting, and I thought I would show you guys. So fitness, 5K. A lot of you probably know if you watch my videos. I did my first 5K on Saturday night. It was a night race. I was at 8:15. I did it with my best friend, Max. He decided that he would do the run with me and support me. As I said, my aim was just to finish the race. I didn't really care how much of it I ran. The fact that I could run any of it was going to be great. Originally, my goal was to run, probably a third to half of the 5K. And then I started to realize that wasn't really going to happen if I was doing it not on my own. Because Max is not really a runner, and he did start to do C to 5K, but didn't get all that far into it for a number of reasons. He's busy. He had some kidney stone issues. A bunch of stuff happened. So whatever, that's fine. So I realized that wasn't really going to happen for a number of reasons. I know, my fastest time for 5K is I think about 41 or 42 minutes, somewhere around there. And that was running about maybe a little more than a third of it. Not continuously, but sort of in chunks. So I had just said, well, we'll just start off running and, jogging, and we'll just see how it goes. So I think we ran about 2 minutes, and then we passed the bathrooms, and he's like, I have to pee. I'm like, okay, I'll just walk until you're done. So he went to the bathroom. He caught up with me. Of course, he had to run to catch up. So by the time he caught up, he was like, okay, listen, we have to walk. I'm like, okay. So I said, well, what if we just run every time we get to the end of the kilometer? So at 1, at 2, at 3, whatever. And then we'll just stop whenever we're tired. And he said, okay. So when we got to 1, he was like, I'm not ready yet. And then we got to 2, and he was like, no. We got to 3, and there was a downhill. So he was like, yeah, okay, let's run. I'm like, all right. So I think we might have run another minute and a half. And then he was like, no, it's okay. Go on without me. I'm like, no, I don't want to go on without you. Like, I know how fast I can do 5K. This isn't about me beating my personal best time or anything like that. It's about us doing it together. So, I don't think we ran at 4, and then we got to about 4.5. No, sorry, I ran at 4 for a little bit, and then I felt guilty and was like, no, so I stopped. And then we ran the last 100 meters. So we might have run maybe 5 minutes of the 49 minutes that it took us to finish, but I didn't really care. It was about doing it together and having fun, and we had lots of good conversation, and I think he probably cursed me under his breath a few times because he's just, not the most athletic dude. He's a big guy as well, so, and he's not really used to walking and or running. So, yeah, but we finished. In, I think, a respectable time. We were actually at the front of the pack of people who were walking and right behind sort of the people who were jogging. So for walking, we were walking at a fairly fast pace. So that was good. So, I definitely still got a workout, and we had to park not a mile and a half, sorry, 1.5 kilometers from where the start line was. So we actually did 8 kilometers altogether that day. So we definitely got a good workout in. But we also both said we wouldn't necessarily do it again. I do understand why people like doing group runs and that sort of thing. I just didn't feel like it was for me. Especially because this run was $70. And yes, you got a t-shirt and a headlamp and, whatever. But I can walk 5K at the gym whenever I want for free. Or even around my neighborhood. So I get the group thing, but for me, it was something that I wanted to do to say I had done it. I was happy that we did it, but I don't think I'll be doing another organized 5K for quite a while, if ever. Yeah, I know. I suck, I guess, but it's just not something that interests me. Running is not going to be part of my fitness routine anymore. I didn't finish Sea to 5K. I'm not going to finish it, and I don't feel guilty about that, strangely enough. Normally, I'm extremely driven and goal-oriented, and I feel terrible about not finishing things that I start. But in this case, I've realized that it's actually detrimental to my overall fitness routine because I'm spending so much time running, which I don't like, instead of doing things I do like, and it's just discouraging me overall from wanting to do exercise. As soon as I started running, it's like my motivation for exercise kind of tanked. So, I think doing Sea to 5K and doing this 5K race, or walk, was really valuable because it just showed me how important it is to do something that you like doing. And I was happy that I tried it, even though I had always said I didn't like running, and that's been from forever, even when I was a kid. But yeah, I guess I needed to prove to myself that I tried it and I still didn't like it, so not running is, is the right decision for me. I do still like walking, actually, and I'll still definitely be taking walks, doing power walks and that sort of thing as part of my routine for sure. But running's not going to be happening for me, so sorry. I really wanted to be part of the cool running group, but I guess I'll just be a cool weightlifting chick or a Zumba chick or something. So that's the other thing I wanted to talk about is, this crystallized for me that I need to do the things I do like lifting, like Zumba, like group fitness in general. And I really, really want to try CrossFit. And I know that I talked about that. I feel like I'm not quite there. I wanted to start actually at the beginning of September. I feel like I'm not quite there. Especially because I've been slacking the last couple of weeks with exercise. I feel like I need maybe another 4 to 6 weeks of really good lifting and endurance training and cardio to feel like I'm ready. I don't want to be scared of doing it, and I don't want to use it as an excuse, but I also don't want to injure myself, and I don't want to push myself too hard, just to, prove a point. So I do want to do it when I'm ready. I feel like CrossFit is something that's sort of well suited to my strengths when it comes to fitness, which is literally physically strength. So pulling things, pushing things, lifting things, jumping on things, not doing things like running and that sort of thing. So I'm really looking forward to starting that. I just need to get to a place where I feel like I'm ready. But I think that that's going to be a good long-term fitness thing for me. I definitely could see myself doing CrossFit, on a regular basis for quite a while. I definitely want to get into heavier lifting, more like powerlifting. When my contract is up with my gym in February, then I am going to definitely probably switch gyms and seek out a trainer that specializes in heavy lifting. Not that I want to be like a bodybuilder or anything like that, but I just realized that that is what my body is made for. I don't have a runner's physique. I never will. Even if I were smaller, I'm never going to be svelte. I am always going to have bulky muscle. It's just the way I am. I've always been bulky and defined. And so, yeah, I'm going to go with that. I think if I can't impress people with my supermodel svelte body, then I can at least impress them with my very fit and athletic body, hopefully, especially after plastic surgery. But, and that's another thing. I mean, for plastics, having muscle underneath, well-defined muscle will actually help to, make your surgery more successful and make you look better. And so that is another reason why I want to concentrate on lifting and CrossFit and that sort of thing for the next little while. And also, sub in Zumba and some toning and that sort of thing. Those group fitness things, which are just fun cardio type stuff. And Max actually wants to do Zumba with me, he said, because he's really, his parents are Italian, but they're from Argentina, and so he has that, Latin heat, I guess. He loves his Latin dancing. So do I, actually, even though I'm not Latin, I'm Italian, but whatever. And so, yeah, he definitely wants to do that with me, which is fun. So I'm looking forward to that. But that's kind of my goal, is to incorporate all those things into fitness. I would still like to be doing something 5 times a week. So probably take the weekends off just because we have so many things going on the weekends usually. But when I am working, from home, I can make time during the week if I really want to do something every day. So that's going to be my aim, 4 to 5 times a week in a combination of different things, some weight training, some cardio, some CrossFit and that sort of thing. I guess I talked about this in another video, but as I get closer to my weight goal, and I'm not that close, but as I get closer, it becomes less and less important to me what that final number is. What's most important to me is my health, how I feel about how I look, and ultimately my fitness. I'm not interested in being thin or normal or whatever, however you want to say it. I'm interested in being fit, and I would much rather that someone said, hey, look at that girl, she looks really fit, than, oh, look how skinny she is. That's just me. I don't think there's anything wrong with people who want to be skinny, and I understand that. I just know that that's not my body, and that's not my ideal just for myself. So that's not, I don't want it to come off like, oh, people who have weight loss surgery want to be skinny. Like, no, I totally understand why that may be your goal. I'm just saying my goal is more fitness related, and even the body type that I want is a fit body type, not a thin body type. Also because I just probably can't really be thin because I'm, an Amazon. So that's really what I think maintenance, and totally kind of unrelated, but I want to say thank you to VSG Tanya, who made a response to my last video where I was talking about maintenance, and it was a great response. It really, made me think about things and was fantastic. So thank you, Tanya. But maintenance for me, outside of the food thing, I think will actually be more related to fitness, because I don't think my eating will change that much, but I think my fitness will change a lot. And I do realize that probably the only way that I can introduce a few more things into my diet is to work out more and to burn more calories, and to up my metabolism, get more muscle mass. So I definitely think my focus, once I get closer to my goal weight, is going to shift from my weight to my body fat percentage, and just to my overall health and fitness level, because the number isn't that important to me, and it can't be that important to me because it will make me crazy. So I know for me, I need to concentrate on something other than the number on the scale once I get to a place that I'm comfortable with. So I guess for a while I was sort of scared of getting to goal because I didn't know what was next. And now I feel like I have a really good idea of what my long-term goals are. And that makes me feel a lot more secure in kind of where I'm going from this point out. So, yeah. Oh, the one thing I forgot to say, if you made it to the end of this video, then you get this little nugget, was I got my body fat and stuff measured at the gym, and I've lost over 11% body fat in the last 6 months, which is awesome. So, yeah, more info on Friday. Love you guys. Bye.